Hey guys, and welcome into another video. Today we're going to be going over another 7-round mock draft. We're going to be doing the New York Jets, the second overall selection in this year's draft. Shout out my boy Landon for this one. I told him it was going to be yesterday. It's going to be here today. It's all good. But shout out my boy Landon, huge Jets fan. And of course, all you Jets fans out there, if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below who you want to take it to, who you guys want in the draft in general. A lot of picks to go and a lot of team to fix, a lot of needs as well. So if you are new to this channel, we do our 7-round mock drafts here. We're going to be using the Draft Network. We're going to start off going through the depth chart real quick, and then we're going to do 2 mock drafts, kind of switching it up on each one, just kind of giving 2 perspectives on which ways each team can go into the draft. So if you guys do enjoy this content, of course, like I said, please be sure to subscribe, turn those notification bells on, and like the video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the depth chart. Now, last year they were 2-14. Now, you do have Sam Darnold right now, and that is something that is very much up in the air. I think with a new coach, it would be an identity change to get rid of Sam Darnold, get a second, maybe a second and a sixth for him, I'd say, is probably what you can get out of the market, and use those picks to, help bolster the roster for Zack Wilson, Fields, Lance, Mac Jones, if even you want that, whoever it is. But they did just sign Tevin Coleman at the running back position, which does kind of help out. It shows that it's probably not going to be a running back in the first round. Corey Davis, Crowder, and Mims with Keelan Cole, Josh Doxson, Braxton Berrios. I really do like their receiving core. I think it's pretty solid. Maybe a late receiver, but nothing really too big. Tight end, Chris Herndon, I'm a huge fan of. They just got Tyler Kroft as well, but Ryan Griffin had a good year a couple years ago. But overall, tight end position is definitely a need. Then you look at the offensive line, and there's a lot of help that can be moved around. Another tackle, another guard, you really can do a lot. Basically everybody except I think Mekhi Becton and maybe McGovern are replaceable. But anyway, then you look at the defensive line. I think their defensive line is nice with Curry, Williams, Rankins, and Lawson. You could afford to add somebody else, but not too big. Cashman and Gerard Davis with Mosley. You could still afford another linebacker as well. Then at corner, Bryce Hall, Bless Austin, Valentine. I mean, corner is a huge need for this team as well. I mean, Marcus May, LaMarcus Joyner, and then Ashton Davis is a pretty solid safety combo. So what we're looking at here is I think a linebacker, I think a corner, maybe a quarterback, and a tight end are really the main needs here for us. So we go back to this mock draft. And the first mock draft I'm going to do is just what I think is going to happen, or at least what I think is kind of the better scenario. And we're going to be taking Zack Wilson here at pick 2. I'm not completely sold on Zack Wilson being as great as he is, but if he's as great as everyone says he is, then this is a great guy to build your franchise around, especially when you have a good receiving core around him. You already have built that up, and you can kind of help him out in different ways from there. You can still get some picks from Sam Darnold and, add more picks in this draft to help out this team, this young team, But here at pick 23, it really depends on how this draft is going to fall. That's really what it comes down to. Caleb Farley being hurt because of his, it was a spinal thing. He is dropping down in the draft, but I still think he's the best corner in the draft. So if you can take him here, especially when you're a team that's not going to in a win now mode, you can afford to wait. I think you take Caleb Farley here. If he does drop that far because of the injury, I don't know if he will, but if it is as they're putting it on here, I think it's definitely worth the pick. You got another pick here at pick 34, and edge rusher is a possible need. Wide receiver I think can be later, but tight end is definitely a need. If Freiermuth is still on there, this is something that the Jags were doing too. Freiermuth and Jordan are definitely guys you could see going here. I like Jordan a lot. I like Freiermuth a lot. I obviously love Pitts. But I think that you just kind of go with the talent that you kind of need here. Linebacker, offensive line. There's a lot of offensive tackles here that you can go after. And Zaven Collins is still here on the board. So in this sense, being at pick 34, I'm going to bank on Mosley coming back to full strength. And I'm going to get an offensive tackle. Eichenberg mostly played left tackle. I'm pretty sure Mayfield was a right tackle in college, is going to say. It's not really saying. But I think you just kind of get an offensive lineman, get some more help other than Mekhi Becton, just keep protecting your investment in Zack Wilson. You're going to get Jalen Mayfield here from me. Freiermuth is the next pick to the Falcons, which is a good pick. And then we wait for the next pick. But definitely the Jets are an interesting case. A couple years ago, they were one of the best defenses in the league. Now you're looking at it, no Jamal Adams. C.J. Mosley opted out and was hurt the whole time he was there. The Le'Veon Bell experience didn't work out. Adam Gase was a horrible hire when it happened, and it was proved to be right. So it kind of just sucks the way that it all went down. I really wish the best for this team in the future. Now we're here at pick 66, and there's a couple ways we can go. Joseph Asai is still on the board, who I think is a really good edge rusher out of Texas. It's going to be our selection without a doubt. I was going to look towards a running back more or less here, just because honestly I wouldn't have taken Carter or Gainwell. I probably would have waited for Sermon or Hubbard. But it was just kind of a thing. But when you got a guy like Asai who fell all the way down to the draft, I mean, you're going to take him. That would be a really good haul, especially here. So, I mean, just off of these picks alone, you already got Zack Wilson. You already got Caleb Farley. You already got Mayfield. Now, those are 3 starters pretty much week 1 if healthy. And then Asai, you could probably throw in there as a edge rusher week 1 as well. Now you go here at pick 86. It says receiver and tight end are their next needs. I think they're okay at receiver, genuinely. Tight end, you could go after a guy like Hunter Long. But personally, I think if you're not taking a tight end in the first couple rounds, I just don't know if it's really worth it, because I feel like it's a big drop off this year with tight end. But maybe it's not. People can always be wrong on that. But running back, Gainwell's still there. Linebackers are definitely a need as well. Is there any good linebackers? Chaz Surratt. I really do like Surratt. Dylan Moses is still down. So here's what I'm going to do. Because there's a big drop-off in tight ends, I'm going to go with a guy in Hunter Long at Boston College. And then with our next pick, we're going to try and hope that there is still Dylan Moses on the board or Monty Rice, because I do like them a lot. Linebackers are coming off the board, but we're coming up here. It's going to go over the pick before us, right? Oh, he's still here. All right, so we're going to be taking Dylan Moses out of Alabama here in the 4th round. What just happened? Why did it take Gainwell? Was I not on the linebacker? Oh, man. Okay, I wanted it to be Dylan Moses. But, I mean, Gainwell's not a bad pick there either. Because he could be a 1-2 punch with Coleman. I was going to take Dylan Moses there. So you could put whoever you want there. Either way, it was a good pick. But the thing with this team is that they need multiple corners. And honestly, you could even see multiple corners get drafted here. There's still some free agency time. Maybe you can get another corner through it. But, honestly, it's not looking too good. We're going to take Kerry Vincent Jr. out of LSU. You're really just trying to get as much help as you can in the secondary. I like the fact that they have Ashton Davis there with Joyner and everything. You probably move Joyner to corner if he's willing to go. That would be something that could work out. Then we're going here, and I think right now, you have a lot of the needs out. Extra receiver would be nice. A linebacker, we were supposed to take Dylan Moses. So let's see, is there any linebacker? Not really. Josh Ross out of Michigan, I do like a lot. Let's say Josh Ross, just to kind of fill the need, because I really did mean to pick Dylan Moses on that one. I can't believe it didn't happen. But that's okay. It's okay. It's a mock draft. It's it didn't really happen in real life. It's not like you turned in the wrong card, so don't worry about it. Puka Williams, man, I forgot about Puka Williams. He just came off the board. Pick 186. As you see here with Jets fans, and guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below of your team. Do you really, want a quarterback? Do you not want a quarterback? What are you thinking? But this is a team that's got a lot of picks. There's a lot of ways that you can go in this draft, and I think that none of them are really wrong. So you're looking here, receiver, offensive linemen are definitely there. So late in the round, you're pretty much just looking for special teams guys at this point. So I think that you're going to go with, I'll go Shi Smith out of South Carolina over Marlon Williams. No specific reason, really. But you're just kind of looking for some guys that can help out on special teams at this point, maybe make the roster. But, yeah, at this point, it's kind of just whatever picks. And then our next pick, we're going to take somebody that can be a good tackler, linebacker, safety, corner, those kind of guys that could be more on special teams. If they even have a pick in the 7th round, I'm guessing they do. But, yeah, Jets fans, how are you feeling about this upcoming season, man? Are you still trusting in Darnold? Were you even trusting in Darnold like when you picked him? We're excited about Darnold when he got picked. I can't really put myself back in the shoes of when Darnold was getting picked, how people were feeling. Because it was a couple years ago now, and you compare it to Lamar Jackson and everybody that came out of that draft, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. He's better than Rosen. He's definitely better than Rosen, but it is something that's a little worrisome. So that was our actual last pick. Which is pretty cool. So we got a lot of picks here. Zack Wilson, Caleb Farley, Jalen Mayfield, Joseph Asai, Hunter Long, Kenneth Gainwell, or Dylan Moses, whoever you want to put. Kerry Vincent, Josh Ross, and Shi Smith. I think that's a solid mock draft. We're going to go right back into the next one. No edits needed. So we're just going here to the Jets. And, of course, you guys know how this works if you guys have stuck around for the mock drafts. Again, if you guys do enjoy these, let me know in the comment section below what you guys want improved, what you guys want changed, what teams you want next as well. I mean, we can do different things here. But now we're at pick 2, and we are not going to be taking Zack Wilson this time. So this is, like I said, I like to do different perspectives. So there's really 2 ways I see this going. Well, 3 ways, I guess, if they don't go quarterback, right? They're saying, hey, we believe in Sam Darnold. You, at number 2, can go with Penei Sewell. Put him alongside with Mekhi Becton. You can move Mekhi to the right tackle or Sewell to the next tackle. It really doesn't matter. But you get some offensive help. He's the best offensive lineman in the class. You're able to secure that. Or you go with a guy like Kyle Pitts, add another weapon to your arsenal, and see what Sam Darnold really can give you this year. You even can go into a quarterback in the 2nd round if you really want. So I think Kyle Pitts is a really good pick here. Or you can try and trade down with, Carolina or Cincinnati. If Cincinnati really wants Penei Sewell, you can move him up to 2 and move down to 5. You still can get a quarterback. You can still do different things. You can still get Pitts maybe. So there's a lot of different things you can do here. For me, for my personal thing, I think it would be fun to see Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts is arguably the most talented player in this class. So to see him go number 2 would be really fun to see. Zack Wilson falls all the way to 8. And we're going to be falling all the way to 23 for our next pick. So I think that's an interesting way to see it. Now you got another weapon for Sam Darnold. And here at pick 23, you even can go with a guy like Mac Jones, who's, there still. But I think we're going to go differently. We're going to go with a corner, and it's going to be Greg Newsome. I think this is just a spot. You need to leave the first round with the corner at one of the picks, or if you trade down. It's just something that has to happen. Here at pick 34 now, Mac Jones is still on the board at pick 34. This is where you look at a guy like Mac Jones, and you're like, like I could put him here, but I think that there's a glaring guy on the screen that I think we're all going to look to take. Even though I like Zaven Collins and I was going to take him in this mock draft, Travis Etienne fell out of the first round, and he is going to be on the Jets with Tevin Coleman, and that's great because you don't have to waste that first round pick on him, but you're still going to be able to get some help. Him and Coleman in the backfield is going to be really nice. I think that's a really good trade-off there. So you leave the first round with, as we go to our picks here, you're not getting your quarterback, but you're getting a tight end and a running back to help out Sam Darnold, which should help out the offense immensely. And then you get a corner in Greg Newsome, who's a starter right away. So quarterback, we're not even going to worry about. With edge rusher and linebacker are really the things we want to look at. Jabril Cox has fallen to us here and right into our lap, so we are going to take him. Tufele being there is also an interesting pick. Because I think that you could upgrade the interior offensive line, or defensive line, but all right, sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. The face cam kind of froze up a little bit, but now that we're here, there's a lot of different ways you can go. Nico Collins is a really nice receiver out of Michigan, 6'4". But I think that with what you got in Corey Davis, Crowder still being there, I think you have enough at the receiver position, even though there's a lot of receivers here that you can go after. But we did just take Jabril Cox, which does suck that Surratt is still here, but Rashad Jr. is still here, Peyton Turner is still here, Quincy Roche is still here. You're able to do a lot here, but I think what we're going to do is go after another corner instead, because really that corner position is so lackluster. I think that you got to go after somebody, and somebody that I think isn't getting enough praise is Mukuamu out of South Carolina. Huge corner. I think he's 6'3", 6'4". Huge corner. I think that he's going to be able to be the kind of Richard Sherman type in the NFL. I've been a big fan of his for a couple years now. Yes, obviously because he's 6'4", but I do think he has a lot of talent as well. Now we're here at 107, and the good thing about this is I hope that somebody like an edge rusher has fallen. Jordan Smith is still there. Offensive lineman Deontay Brown is still there. We did not get an offensive lineman yet, so actually we're gonna go here with Deontay Brown out of Alabama, just getting some offensive line help. I think he could slate into a starting role after maybe 1 year out of the program. Let him kind of develop and see where you can get with him. But I think that's a solid pick to go. So this is another draft where really the Jets have a lot of options and needs, and it's really going to be fun to see what they can do with it. But here you're getting a lot of help by getting Kyle Pitts and Etienne on that offense. And really, with Corey Davis, Crowder, all that, you don't have too much to worry about on offense. You already have Darnold. You're putting the eggs in the basket of Darnold. And then you just really load up that defense, getting 2 corners, probably going to be starters right away, a linebacker who should start right away, and an offensive lineman at the end to really develop. I think that's really good. So now you're here at pick round 5, and we don't have too many picks left to go, but you do have your choice of the 2 Notre Dame edge rushers. We're just going to take one, get some help off the edge. You never know who's going to really turn up and be that next good edge rusher out of college. But here we're at round 5. It's really just a matter of what can you do. Des Fitzpatrick out of Louisville, somebody you could look at. Daz Newsome as well. Anthony Schwartz out of Auburn is a speed monster. We're going to take him. Special teams unit, and hopefully can graduate to a solid role with the offense, actually, see where you can go from there. But other than that, we're going to have one more pick, I believe, and then that's going to be it for our mock draft. So Jets fans, what are you thinking? Landon, what are you thinking? Text me. But this is a lot of options that you can have as a Jets fan and as a general manager. Douglas has his hands full going into this draft, but there's a lot of things that you could do here. And I think it's just a matter of where you're going to put it. So round 6, I think we're just going to get another running back, just kind of just a scat back and Puka Williams, and call it a draft. So if you guys did enjoy this video, of course, please be sure to leave a like. As always, I do appreciate it very much. The support's been amazing. I've been talking about it a lot. So I'm very happy that everyone's been interacting and watching the video, so it does help me out a lot. So if you aren't subscribed already, please be sure to subscribe. If you are new, if you did enjoy the video, please leave it a like. If you didn't, just refresh the page. Let me know what you think the second time. And guys, without further ado, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.